Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'll be talking about the items that I'm not planning to buy in 2024, and I hope that you will like this video and will find it interesting. By the way guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Instagram account, which is the same as my YouTube account, Black and Gold Style. Last week I posted a vlog where I talked about my decluttering experience and also about my new approach for shopping in 2024, and I wanted to talk about specific items that I'm not willing to buy. I want to be more responsible and battle my overconsumption. I created a list and I'm going to refer to it to make sure that I will not forget anything. So the first on the list is trying out new skincare, and I was guilty of it before. I would go to the store, try out a new brand, but most of the time I would get some allergic reaction to it, and of course these items weren't cheap, so I definitely want to stop doing this. I know what works for me, I'm just gonna stick to it. And I previously talked about that I want to stay away from stilettos. Of course, sometimes I get tempted with some gorgeous designs, but I really have to be firm this year and stay away from them. I think the biggest height for heels that I might consider is 7 centimeters, and even that is a lot. I would rather stick with 3-4 centimeters. I think that height works the best for me. The next item on the list is coffee, and I have to say I absolutely love the taste of it. I'm so addicted to it, but I have to say caffeine gives me anxiety, especially in coffee. So sometimes I'm actually asking barista to make it with one shot, and in the end I waste half of it because it's just too strong for me. I feel quite guilty about it, and I think I'm just gonna switch to decaffeinated coffee, and even that I'm going to cut down. Well, I will try. And the next item on the list is a gym membership, and I used to have it. I attended yoga classes for years, probably like for 6 years, and I loved it. But then after the pandemic, I stopped going because the gyms were closed, and I started doing this routine at home. Because I was already familiar with all the exercises and more can be found on YouTube, I decided that I no longer need to extend my membership, and especially now my office is quite far away from the gym. In the past I could go to gym, let's say for a 40-minute class. I could even stay there for 35 minutes. It was so close to the office, and then I could just quickly grab some food and eat at my desk. But now it's no longer the case. It's so far away from my office. And also sometimes I have to attend calls during the lunchtime. And most of the gyms have such a strict policy that if you want to cancel a class, you will be fined to do that, or you will not be able to book for a week, and so on and so forth. It's so stressful, it's so unnecessary. I mean, of course I understand why they do it, but I don't want to deal with it. I think I'm going to exercise at home, and also I have a free gym in my condominium, so I'm going to take advantage of it. It's not too busy and the running machines are pretty good. Now I switched to YouTube. Everything is there. I just prefer it in a video format. It's so much more fun. And I feel like I can find pretty much anything, especially vegetarian options. Nor do I have the space for these cookbooks in my home, and we have recently donated quite a few of them. I don't want to add new ones. And especially work clothes that requires dry cleaning. Right now I have to go to office more. I end up using a lot more clothes, and by the end of the week I have a large pile of clothes that needs to be dry cleaned. It takes a whole week to dry clean them, and it also costs me so much money. I definitely want to reduce it. It can no longer be the case that 99% of my clothes is dry clean only. And what if we go to another pandemic? What am I going to do? I have to make sure that I would be able to manage it on my own. And also it's so much easier. It helps me to plan my routine. And also dry cleaning can ruin my clothes. The other day I was talking to my friend. She bought exactly the same Chanel dress from a resale website, and she just wanted to check if it's authentic. And I went to take a picture of my tags on my dress, and I realized that they started fading, which is so scary. And I think at that time I only dry cleaned it like 3 times. So I was a bit shocked what it did to the labels. So I definitely want to avoid that in the future. I'm paying so much money for them to fade. It's just not worth it. If something is not worth it, I don't want to do it anymore. I will reserve dry clean only clothes for very special pieces, for example, like some specific special Chanel or some Prada ready to wear, which I'm not going to add a lot of, maybe like 1 or 2 pieces from time to time. And that's pretty much it. The rest has to be easy to use, low maintenance, and it should look good for as long as possible. Just because I'm no longer willing to buy dry clean only clothes, it doesn't mean that I'm going to buy low quality items. I only want to buy high quality clothes that is going to last me for years to come. A good quality fabric is important for me. I try to avoid polyester. I just don't like the way it feels on my skin. I want to wear only comfortable pieces, and they have to look good even after many washes. I typically look after my things, and I do use various fabric softeners to preserve the fabric, but it has to be made from a decent material. And I definitely feel uncomfortable spending my money on cheap shoes that would break, fall apart after a few wear, and then I would have to replace them, and the total amount of money that I would spend on the shoes would end up to be as high as if I were to spend on some designer pair of shoes that would last me for years to come. I don't want to be in this situation. I just can't justify wasting money like that. Whatever I buy has to last me for years to come, maybe for decades. In the past, I used to spend my money on things that I thought are quite affordable, quite cheap, but they didn't last long, and I ended up replacing them, and I was always wondering, on what am I spending my money? How come other people can afford to buy designer bags and shoes and stay responsible? Of course, stay responsible, but I could not afford to do that. That's because I used to waste my money on low quality items that did not last. I ended up replacing them, and that's where the money went. I definitely don't want to repeat that mistake again. Another category on my list is clothes that I have never tried on before. For example, some dress that I just loved the design and then I went online and I purchased it. I'm going to avoid doing that. I made so many mistakes last year and I have so many regrets. And also, unless I shopped at Zara, I could not recover my shipping cost. For example, receiving the item and shipping back, it was not refundable. And also for the items that are above $400, I had to pay the duties. I had to pay the tax, which was not refundable to me as well. It's like opening the window and just throwing my money away. I have also decided that I'm no longer going to add additional wallets. Last year I bought a very beautiful one from Hermes. I love the color, but right now I don't want to add any more wallets. Anyways guys, this is it. I hope that you liked this video and found it interesting. Please let me know which items you are no longer willing to pay for in 2024. I'm curious to see what you're going to say, and let's make each other responsible for our commitments. I'm really hoping that I will not break mine. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Instagram account, which is the same as my YouTube account, Black and Gold Style. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!